We're live. I was going to be doing this show on my own because if you're not aware, John is in hospital at the moment, so he's in his hospital bed, but he's in a ward all on his own and he's bored. So he's very kindly offered to join me, which I'm grateful about because
Yes.
I didn't fancy doing a show on my own. How are you, John?
No. I'm good, mate. I just want people to know I ain't got booper. I think the other geezers have just gone home, so I don't think I'm like some millionaire or something. It's just a bit of luck, really. You know what I mean? How are you? You all
Yeah,
right?
yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Did you manage to catch any of that game just now? The Real Madrid PSG game. I mean, my God, Pochettino's taking Spursy all the way to Spain tonight, didn't he? That was unbelievable. They went 1-0 up, didn't they?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's good.
It was a good game. It was a filthy game, though. A lot of cards as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know.
No, it's just it was an all-action game. I don't think you can expect anything less from them two teams. To be honest with you, mate. I think second leg, you had to have a bit of
Bit of fire.
bit of feistiness about it, you know. So
Yeah.
great game, yeah.
No, that's it, mate. I agree. Okay, well, what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be running through the preview for tomorrow. It's a bit of a momentous game for us tomorrow. I mean, last 16, fucking unreal, wasn't it? I mean, we don't normally do dedicated match previews, but it just felt like it was a bit of a special occasion. So, we thought we'd make the effort. Thought we'd make the effort for you. So, like I say, we didn't do a lineup predictor the other day, and what we're going to do, we're going to look at Sevilla in a bit more depth, and also sort of touch on some of the key players they've got missing as well, which is brilliant timing for us. They have. It's not as good as what it was at the weekend because we all thought Martial was going to be out, but it's looking like he's going to be back. But that's fine. They've got plenty of players out. They are hammered with injuries, but we will touch on that, mate. We will touch on that. It's got Danny in the chat. Hello, Danny. What's this? Mrs. wouldn't let me go to the game versus Sevilla, but she's allowing me to go to the game on the weekend to see Villa. Boom, boom.
Oh, see what he's done there.
Yeah. Evening, sexy legends. All right, Hammerhead. Dreading tomorrow. This competition is. Yeah, no, it is, mate. It is, and we're going to touch on that. But I'm confident, and it ain't just because they've got injuries either.
You know what? I'm not. No, I'm not dreading it. Seriously, I'm not dreading it. I promise you. And it's not because, I'm over. Let's take it for what it is. We're at 16 of a European competition. We want to put on a good performance. We know how good they can be, of course, but they've got injuries. But let's be honest, that performance at the weekend against Liverpool has risen all the supporter spirits. So you can only imagine what it's done for the players. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, massively, mate, massively. And like I say, I was.
We should be. Come on, let's get behind them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, but like I say, even if they didn't have these injuries, I'd fancy our chances against them. I mean, look, with West Ham, there's no such thing as an easy draw. We saw that against Kidderminster. West Ham can beat anyone, and we can lose to anyone. So I think you're almost look. This is massive. This is a big competition for us. The prize is to get into the Champions League, and the prize is a trophy more than anything else. So the Champions League, which would be amazing. And like I say, this is. Yeah, there are some other big there are some other big teams in the competition as well. As you can see here, you've got I mean tonight. What were the games tonight? You had Porto, Lyon, and Frankfurt and Betis. And Frankfurt won away, and Lyon won away, didn't they? So hopefully that trend continues into tomorrow. That'd be good. The old away teams winning. But what was the score in the Lyon game? That was I didn't see that one.
It was 1-0 to Lyon.
Oh, it was 1-0.
And it was 2-1 to Frankfurt. So that's a bit.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit, mate.
Yeah, so that was quite surprising. I genuinely, if we can, yeah.
Yeah, but I think obviously if you look at the games tomorrow, you got Leipzig who have got to buy into the next round, which I think is nonsense. It shouldn't have been one of the teams that fell out the Champions League to that kind of got that. But it's just a way the draw fell, I suppose. Like I say, you got Monaco, Barcelona, Leverkusen are the defending champions at the moment. So they're obviously, but Atalanta are a bloody good team. So that's a tough draw. Rangers have got a really good draw there, haven't they? So there's some interesting games. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to. I mean, what would your pick be at this point? I mean, there's so many teams I wouldn't mind who we faced. I mean, Monaco, I'm not too fussed about. Porto and Lyon, I'm not too fussed about. Leipzig, I'm not too fussed about.
Yeah.
I would like either Rangers, Leverkusen, Barcelona, or Frankfurt. I think that would they would be the 4 really tasty draws for me in the next round.
Mate, I honestly, I genuinely wouldn't care who we get.
You don't care?
I'm lapping it up. I'm lapping it up, mate. No, I'm lapping
Yeah,
it up.
no.
I'm enjoying it. I think it's thick to see West Ham. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. What we got here? John clocked on. Evening, lads. Hello, Tommy. You all right? Tommy would like Rangers. He'd like Rangers. Hello, Garino. You're all right. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's go on to let's go into the preview. I mean, Gary did touch on it a little bit at the weekend, but here's a few little facts. So Sevilla hold the record for the most victories in this competition. They've won the competition 6 times since its inception. Sevilla are one of only 2 teams, Real Madrid are the other one, to have retained their title. Winners in 2006 and 2007. And then they had a treble where they won it in 2014, 15 and 16. Sevilla also won the competition in 2020. Bayer Leverkusen are the current champions. And if Sevilla win this tournament, they'll be the first team in 20 years to lift the trophy at their home stadium. And do you know what? In the last 16 years, they've won it 6 times. I mean, that's fucking dominant, isn't it? For a competition. It really is. And right, their form at the moment. So Sevilla have never lost to English opposition in UEFA's second tier competition. They've won 6, they've drawn 1. They've beat Liverpool, Wolves, and Man United on their way to the 2 most recent titles. A 10-game unbeaten streak at home in all tournaments. They've won 7 and drawn 3. Has included 6 opening goals inside the first 30 minutes of a game, illustrating how strong Sevilla are at home. They're doing really well in the league as well. Like I say, they're second. 55 points. They are 7 points in front of Barcelona in 3rd place. They've played 27. They've won 15, drawn 10, and they've only lost 2. They've lost twice in 27 games. But if you have a look at their goal difference, they've got a plus 21, but they've kind of scored the least amount of goals out of anyone in that top 5. They don't score tons of goals, but then you look at goals against, and they don't concede. They don't concede either. And that kind of does give you a bit of a picture of what it gives you a bit of a picture of what Sevilla are all about. I wouldn't say they're like Atletico Madrid, as Danny alluded to at the weekend. They're not that bad. They don't just camp in their own box. But what they do, they are organised. They are disciplined. They, they don't just sit. Antonio's not going to find the same sort of space that he found against Liverpool. I know it sounds mad because Liverpool are a top team, but Liverpool play a different style. Sevilla do play different. Antonio's going to find it more difficult to get in behind them. We're going to need a little bit of craft in central midfield. But that's not to say that Sevilla just kind of sit and don't attack. They do. They will come at you. They will come at you. They're a very good team, and they're more than capable of scoring. And their home record is ridiculous. It's a bit of a fortress, that place. I don't think I think they're on like a 10-game unbeaten run at home. But that said, let's get into the players. So I've cherry picked a couple of players. They've obviously got more than this, but Martial we know all about. He was injured, but now he's expected to play. Youssef En-Nesyri is the player that we've all been hearing about for the last 2 or 3 years. Every bloody window we're linked with him. He's doing okay this season. He's not scoring loads, but obviously he is a good player. We know what he's all about. Well, those of you who don't know what he's about, you will tomorrow. Hopefully we can keep him quiet. Navas is an attacking-minded right back, and Rakitic is kind of a combative, creative, box-to-box central midfielder, a top-quality player. Now, moving on to the way that they line up, they do tend to favour a 4-3-3. Now, they've got, as you can see on the right and the left-hand side, they've got quite a few players that are out and unavailable at the moment. So Diego Carlos is a big one. That's their centre back. Their centre back that partners Jules Koundé, and they've got at the moment Goodelge, I think that's how you pronounce that, who is a central midfielder filling in at centre back alongside Koundé. Their main central midfielder this year, the guy who takes up that central position, has either been Delaney or Reguez, and they're both out. They're not available. So Torres has played a few times, but like I say, they've got a few second string players in that team. You've got Youssef En-Nesyri, obviously. Martial is a quality player, and he does generally like playing against West Ham, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. And Suso is out as well. Suso is also a good player, so that means that that Aaron Cresswell is going to be going up against Corona. Hopefully not in a hazmat suit. So that's kind of the way that they line up. Looking at them defensively, I think if you look at their fullbacks are very, very good players. They're very good defensively, very good going forward. Look, we've got Irish Tommy. Tommy.
Evening, chaps.
Oh, you joined me. Thank God for that. I thought I was all on my own. How are you?
Not too bad, my friend. I said I'd better come to the rescue.
Yeah, top man. Yeah, John was struggling with his connection. So yeah, we're just at we're looking at the Sevilla lineup, mate. So at the moment, as you can see, you've got there's 8 or 9 players that are out and unavailable for them, and they're kind of they are sort of first team players, a lot of them as well. Like I was just touching on the fact that Diego Carlos, who is Jules Koundé's centre back partner, he's out, and they've got a Goodelge, I think that's how you pronounce that. He's a central midfielder that's been filling in alongside Koundé in the past few weeks. Their central midfield is a problem as well because they've got Reguez and Delaney out, who are their usual sort of first team players. Obviously, Rakitic is a good player. I don't know much about Jordan, I've got to be honest, but he seems to play a lot. But yeah, so that's kind of Sevilla. Do you know much about Sevilla, Tommy?
Not a huge amount, to be fair. I don't really watch a lot of La Liga. I've only taken kind of a slight interest in them, obviously, since the draw was made. Looking at their form, what they're doing domestically. I was aware that they have a number of first-team players injured.
Yeah,
which obviously is good for us. And their form in the league has been a little bit choppy recently, despite the fact that they're second in the league. They've been kind of up and down their results.
They're not a free scoring team, are they? They're not a free scoring team.
No, they don't score very many, but they're defensively very solid. And like I say, their form has been a little bit patchy recently. Injuries obviously don't help with that. We've seen it ourselves. But nonetheless, they are unbeaten at home this season in La Liga. They have not lost a game at home domestically in the league.
I know.
I know they lost one game at home in the Europa League. But they're very strong, obviously. They're a very, very good side.
They're a brilliant team. I mean, their record in this competition is insane. I mean, they've won it 6 times in the last 16 years.
Of the Europa League, they're just the kings of the Europa League. And fair play to them, because you don't have to go back terribly far where the Europa League was looked down upon by a lot of people.
I know.
And it was kind of like the Conference League is looked at right now, where it was a little bit of a joke. It was the second tier competition. Everyone was all about Champions League, but
I think it does depend who's in it, though. I mean, I've got to be honest. If we were in the Conference League, I'd be excited about that. I just want a trophy. I'd expect us to take that seriously if we were in that.
Yeah, exactly. But I think Sevilla always took this competition very seriously and saw this as this is a European trophy. And it's worth taking seriously, and it's worth trying to win. And thankfully, over the years now, the Europa League has garnered a lot more respect.
Yeah.
And at the moment now, if you win the Europa League, I mean, that's a big deal now. That is a major competition now.
Well, the prize is a Champions League as well. You
Exactly,
qualify for the Champions League next year. So I'm just going to run through the chat, Tommy. We've got a few people in the chat. Evening, Chris. Evening, boys. Such a historical game tomorrow, mate. It is. It really is. I can't wait. I've been so excited this week. I couldn't even focus on that Liverpool game really at the weekend. I couldn't. I was just thinking about this. We've got Pam in the chat. If Sevilla have 11 injuries, then we have no problem. No, we have no problem at all, Pam. We're going to steamroller them. Nico Toscani, Villarreal are the current Europa League champs. Is it Villarreal? Sorry, mate. That's my research. Right, John Osborne. Evening all. Hospital reception dead. Yeah, no worries, mate. That's fine. Thanks for joining me early on.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw the kind of. There's a joke there somewhere about being dead at the hospital or something. I don't know.
Okay, right. So, Jesus Neves is Sevilla's Mark Noble in terms of length of tenure.
Well, he was at City. Neves played for City.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he played for City. He hasn't been. He's not a career player for Sevilla.
No, I didn't think he was either. Delaney is a good player. He's on. He's not injured. He's got a red card. He's out. So what we got here? That team is stacked with injuries. Yeah, look, I think. I mean, how are you all feeling in the chat? Are you sort of all confident for tomorrow? Because I mean, I am. I'm buzzing for this. And like I say, even if they didn't have those injuries, I would be confident. You know, as long as because the thing is, because the away goal rule doesn't count anymore. You can almost. I mean, that's probably a bit of a dangerous thing with David Moyes because you probably can go in this leg and you can almost try and frustrate Sevilla, you know, and just try and sort of bring them back to our place. Although having said that, I think I would rather we kind of went for it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and I think we will go out there with a positive attitude.
Yeah.
Now, look, we're not going to have most of the possession. We rarely have most of the possession in a game. That's just not how we play. So Sevilla will have most of the possession, but yeah, I don't think we're going to be parking the bus or anything like that. I think those days are gone. Moyes did it early on in his tenure, and there were some frustrating games. I think at home to Brighton, we fucking parked the bus, which was unbelievable. A couple of seasons back, but those days are gone. I think we're going to be positive tomorrow. I think we're going to go out there and try to win the game, as we should.
Absolutely.
And I'm like you. I'm positive about tomorrow. Like when the draw was made, obviously I was straight onto Twitter to.
I weren't very happy. I weren't very happy initially. I did sort of panic initially.
I was.
Yeah.
No, I was happy with the draw.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is what you want. How long have we been waiting for this?
Oh, mate.
You know, like if we, you know, if we'd have drawn the worst team left, I mean, it would have been a little bit underwhelming. It would have been, oh, this isn't really the big European night we've all dreamed of for years. If we got Braga, you know, it would be like, oh, okay. It's going to be great fun getting knocked out by bloody Braga if we go out, isn't it? It's going to be like the complete anticlimax. So I was delighted. I wanted a big team. I wanted like a Barcelona, Atalanta.
We've got that. But have a look at these. Have a look at these teams, though. I mean, like I say, Barcelona, Monaco, you know, Sevilla, Frankfurt, Lyon, Porto, Leipzig. I mean, this is a sexy competition now, in my opinion. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. It's not quite PSG and Real Madrid, which we was all just watching, but it's this is fantastic. It really is. But for us to be sort of at this stage, you know, in that last 16, I can't wait. So what we're going to do now, Tommy? Anyway, we're going to move on to the lineup predictor, and just quickly we're going to glance back at the Sevilla lineup. Like I say, they do tend to play with a 4-3-3.
Yeah,
that's typically how they play. They have been known to play with three at the back as well, but that was generally when they had Carlos in the team, and they've already got problems at centre back. So I don't think they're going to be doing that. I think that's probably what they're going to go for. So let me see if I can share this. 1 minute. Okay, right. So tomorrow in goal, he's going to stick with Areola, isn't he, for the competition?
Oh, I'm not so sure.
You're not sure?
I'm not. I wouldn't be certain that Areola will start, but I think he probably will. So yeah, I would put Areola in goal. I think he'll stick with him.
I think he should. I think he should stick with him. I mean, he's kind of and I think he will as well.
Yeah, I think he probably will, but I wouldn't have to say it's a certainty. I think, you know, Moyes in his own mind, I think, still sees Fabianski as his number one. So whether he'd be tempted to put him in against Sevilla, I don't know, because it's such a big game against such a good team. But,
yeah,
Yeah,
The thing is, I don't know who's more solid out of the two of them. I mean, they're both good in their own ways. Yeah, Areola's looks a bit flappy at times, but then Fabianski at the weekend, I don't think either keeper's perfect, are they? They're not perfect.
they're not. But yeah, he probably will stick with Areola. But don't fall off your chair if you see Fabianski start.
Yeah, no, I won't. It's going to be Johnson at right back, and hopefully Cresswell at left back, isn't it?
What are we doing for? Are we just going 4-2-3-1 here?
I would say so. I mean, going up against a 4-3-3, what do you think? I would say he's going to go probably similar to what he did at the weekend. He ain't going to go 3 at the back. I hope he doesn't anyway.
No, it wouldn't surprise me if he plays with wing backs tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, the 3 in midfield. I think he might want to match up. He might want to match up with 3 in the midfield, but I think he doesn't necessarily have to go wing backs to do that. Fornals will drop in. We know Lanzini doesn't mind getting back and dropping in, and will play more on the counter. So yeah, I hope he goes 4-2-3-1. So I guess we'll set the team up on that basis.
Well, you know that you've got Souček. He's going to be in. Lanzini will also feature. Rice, will he play? Won't he play?
I think he will. Yeah.
You think he will?
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, that gives us.
I'll put Lanzini at number 10.
He was fantastic the other day, Lanzini, wasn't he?
He's just a class act. He's a quality player. Technically, he's just so good.
I don't think there needs to be any discussion over the centre back pairing, does there?
We can have a discussion. Absolutely. I think we both know it's going to be Zuma and Dawson, but I would play Diop.
I think he should do in this one.
I think he should play Diop, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go Zuma on his favoured right side.
Yeah. Are we doing the team we think Moyes would play, will play, or the team we want to see? This is what Moyes will do?
Well, I think he will. I think, look, the Europa League, he's been pretty consistent in the sense that throughout the competition so far, he has played his sort of his B+ team, if you like. So it's been his first team players plus a couple of others. Areola's been consistent. Diop has played every game, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's played every game. So why would you not play Diop in this? You don't want to risk one of if you can kind of you don't want to risk your first team centre backs in every single game. So, and I think Diop has looked good the past few games that he's played. He's looked all right.
I don't like the fact that Dawson is playing through pain and getting injections, and last couple of games Dawson hasn't been brilliant.
No, he hasn't.
It's been a bit shaky, but I like what I've seen from Diop actually in his last couple of appearances. So I would definitely go Zuma Diop.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I'm sort of looking at the bench now, because that Fredericks and Masuaku are going to be available. So if he does for whatever reason decide to play the wing back system, he has got that option now.
Yes.
I hope he doesn't, but it is what it is. Okay, so moving on from that.
But equally, as we spoke about with the keepers, do not be in the least bit surprised if Dawson starts.
No, I won't be surprised and I won't be disappointed if he starts. I'll be a bit sad for Diop because I think he kind of probably deserves. But this is a massive game now, isn't it?
I think Diop is better suited for this game actually.
Yeah, no, I agree. Right, Bowen ain't playing. There is no way Bowen is going to be fit for this.
He hasn't travelled. Yeah.
No, so he's not going to be playing. Therefore, who do we go on the right-hand side? Let's stick Antonio up front.
Yes, obviously we're going to have Antonio up front, and it's an absolute certainty. I think that Fornals will play left.
So does that mean Benrahma right?
This is where we have to decide. Does he go Vlasic or Benrahma? Because those are his two options. Unless he pulls an absolute rabbit out of or an absolute kind of rabbit out of the hat and decides to put Fredericks there, but I think it would be.
That's not a bad shout,
It would not surprise me if Fredericks starts on the right. It really would.
Because Johnson gives you nothing going forward.
No.
So he could just concentrate. He could just concentrate and defend him.
Yes, he can concentrate on defending. And to be fair, Frederick's best performances for us have come as a wing back. Where he's more advanced. So Moyes could be tempted to put Fredericks on the right. I don't think Moyes really sees Vlasic or Benrahma as right wingers.
No. Well, they're not wingers, are they?
No.
I think the trouble is, I think Fornals, Lanzini, Vlasic, and Ben Rama, I think they're all number 10s. I think they're all central players.
They are.
But yeah, that's not a bad shout, actually.
I'm going to put Fredericks there. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to put Fredericks out there.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. And Fredericks will not that Johnson. I think Johnson will be able to cope with whatever.
Yeah. Particularly, I mean, like I know Fredericks isn't the best player in the world, but at least one thing he will give us, he's bloody got some pace going down that wing on the counter.
Yeah, he has. No, look. Do you remember the game against Man United in the cup? He was awesome for 10 minutes, wasn't he? until he ran off a cliff.
Yeah,
until he ran off a cliff.
Yeah. So I think that's what Moyes will do. Actually, that's my suspicion.
Okay. Now, do you know what? I wouldn't mind that. I quite like Fredericks, to be honest. Right, let's go through the chat.
I'm not as down on Fredericks as some people.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all. There's a lot of people saying we need a 3-man midfield if we want to stand any chance.
Yeah,
but that is a 3-man midfield. Lanzini's already proved that he can play that role. So if we're under the cosh, Lanzini can drop back in.
Well, the way we're going to play anyway will largely be on the counter. So, Sevilla will have most of the possession. So we'll be sitting deep anyway. Lanzini will be pulling back anyway. Fornals will be dropping in to help out. And we'll be trying to hit them on the counter. So it's good. Lanzini and Fornals, Fredericks, they'll be expected to be, and obviously Declan Rice will expected to play box to box.
Yeah. What's this one? Sevilla will park the bus in London. They've conceded only 7 goals in 14 away games in La Liga. Yeah. See, the thing is, from what I've seen, I'm not going to even lie and say that I've watched every game this year. I have watched them 3 or 4 times, and they're not an Atletico Madrid. They don't just park the bus. They don't do that. They've got a little bit more about them. They're very bloody organised. Like I say, they don't leave gaps. Antonio's gonna really, really kind of struggle. We need creativity from deep. Now, I don't think Ben Rama really kind of gives you that, because yes, he's tricky, but when we get a chance, you need that final ball to be spot on and bang on. That's probably why I would prefer. I think Lanzini and Fornals are probably our best passers in the team.
Yeah,
aren't they? They probably are. So having them in sort of those more advanced positions, I think that gives us a little bit more of a chance of unlocking the door, if you like. Fredericks is a winger. He's not a right back. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Rice will play. What's this? Rice is 50-50. If Rice is 50-50, he's playing. I reckon he'll be playing. There's no way this game.
I expect him to play.
Yeah.
I don't. If I'm honest, I don't believe the 50-50 talk. I think he's playing.
No, that's it. So is that? I must admit, I didn't see the press conference today. Is Bowen? Obviously, look, we didn't need to be told that, but he hasn't travelled. I'm assuming
he hasn't travelled. Yeah.
Right. Okay. What's this? How many goals have they conceded in Europa? Well, I don't know. To be honest, I'm not too sure. Well, I mean, for a start, they didn't come through the group stages, did they? They dropped out the.
No, they finished 3rd in their group in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So it's a little skewed.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so are we happy with that? Looking at the. Do you think that's what it's going to be? I mean, we do need Rice tomorrow. Because that's the thing. If you look at that central midfield, that's the one area of the pitch where I think we've got them pegged. Because yes, Rakitic is a good player. He really is. I don't know much about the other guy, Jordan. And the other one in the middle, that's going to be a makeshift player. Our central midfield should boss them tomorrow. Now, I think they're possibly better going forward. They possibly are with En-Nesyri and Martial. Don't know anything about Corona. Be honest, I've not seen him play. And defensively, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look now.
One thing is one thing that will be in our favour actually quite heavily tomorrow is that they're not great on set pieces, Sevilla, and we could damage them on set pieces.
Really?
Yeah, they're not brilliant at defending set pieces. They're a little shaky on them.
Right. Okay.
Their keeper can be a bit flappy as well. So on corners and particularly, we might get some joy, on set pieces.
Well, their keeper Bono, he seems to play every game, because I sort of went back through the fixtures earlier on, and he's their keeper in the league, in the domestic cups, in the Europa League. They don't ever seem to change him. So, right, what we'll do, won't spend much time on this, but we're going to do a combined 11, Tommy. All right, so let's come out of that a minute. Stop that. Open this back up. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, right, that is the Sevilla team that we were just talking about. So, let's do a combined 11. Now, do you know much about, you don't know much about Sevilla either, do you?
Not a huge amount, no.
No. All right, well, what I'm going to say is Koundé will play.
Absolutely, yeah.
He will play. He comes out. And obviously Zuma goes in.
Yeah.
Sorry, John, no Dawson.
Is this Bono fellow very good in goal? Is he staying in goal? Is he really good? Or
yeah, he is good. He's decent. I mean, you look at the goals conceded, and it's obviously that's big in part due to the just the way that they play. But he is a good keeper, yeah. So I wouldn't be changing him out for Areola or Fabianski. I've got to be honest. I think obviously, so you got Bono, Zuma, and Koundé. I think Navas would stay in. I think Navas is a better right back than Johnson. I think Cresswell would go in over Acuna though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So Cresswell grabs that. Wherever you are, Aaron Cresswell. There we go. Right, now this for me, I'm sorry, as good as Rakitic is, our midfield three goes in there. Would you play? Yeah. Would you take Lanzini over Rakitic?
Yeah.
So you would?
Yeah, I would. Rakitic, I know he has a name, but he's past his best. You know, he's not the player he was.
Let's get them out. Okay, right, and that is going to be Declan Rice. Take your pick. I'll even put Fornells in there over him, and Thomas Souček. So I think those three go in. If we had Bowen would replace Corona.
Yeah, but we don't. So Corona stays.
Well, I don't know much about him. Look, he's literally their second or third choice. He can't be that good, so he's going. I've never heard of him. Nobody likes Corona anyway, do they?
No,
everyone hates Corona. Is Nesri staying up front, and you can't take him away.
100%, yeah.
You can't take him away.
He's definitely better than Antonio, yeah.
So have we got?
So I think Martial has to stay in as well. I think if you look at our, so I think maybe Fornells, just Martial on the right or Fornells on the right. I think Fornells has to play. I think he's better than that Corona lad. So I would put Fornells in on form. I think he's a really good player, and we probably have to keep both Martial and Nesri. I don't think we've got anyone else there at the moment that would replace either of those. If we had Martial and Nesri, they'd start tomorrow.
But like I say, if Bowen's fit, Bowen plays there. So
Bowen plays on the right if he's fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. There you go. We've got 6 players in the starting 11. That's not too bad.
It's not too shabby. Yeah.
That's not too bad. But I think that's right. I think the central midfield. I think that is kind of that's where we can win that game tomorrow. You know, if Souček played well the other day, if we can just for once have Souček and Rice playing well together with Lanzini playing like he did the other day, that would be some bloody some midfield. It'd be formidable.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of joy in that midfield tomorrow. I really think so.
So
I think Rice is going to bust it tomorrow in there. I really do. I think he's going to be immense.
He's going to have a point to prove, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be able to show, look, I'm world class, and I'm going to show you why I'm world class.
Yeah. So you got hang on a minute. We've got Navas is about 100 years old, so we've got people disagreeing with keeping him in. So what is he? 36 now? Oh fucking hell! If he's 36.
I don't know though.
But then again, as Paul Riley says, Modric was 36. Look how he played tonight. You know, from what I've seen of him this season, he still looks he still looks good.
Yeah, if it was last season, we'd 100% have Sofel in there, but he's not available and not on form either. So
yeah, I mean, Hammerhead saying their midfield other than Rice is better. I don't know if I can agree with that. I know
No,
Rakitic. I don't know if I can agree with
you
that.
see, this is what I'm saying. Rakitic has a name, and people are thinking about
Yeah.
Rakitic, the name. He's not the player he was. He is past his best. He's coming towards the end of his career. He's not as good. He's not the player he was. He doesn't start for them normally.
Yeah. So look, you've got so for John saying a combined midfield of Rice, Souček, and Rakitic. Danny don't like Martial. Take him out. Take out Martial.
Yeah, again, he's thinking about Man United. Martial. He's been really good for Sevilla. Really good.
Yeah.
You could make a case for taking Souček out on form, I guess, but that's the only one I'd question in the midfield is Souček. I'm not 100% sure about him.
Right.
He hasn't been great this season.
Have I been? The thing is, Lanzini was superb the other day. Look how well Lanzini played.
Oh, he stays in, yeah, 100%.
He's got to stay in. I know Rakitic is a good player, and he's more than just a name. He is a top player, but I wouldn't switch Lanzini with Rakitic if you gave me the option of switching players. I wouldn't do that.
No. Yeah, the only one you might make a case for taking out is Souček. He hasn't been brilliant this season, but
yeah. So what's this?
But this is also to do with injuries. Their midfield is depleted. If they had their first choice 11, obviously we wouldn't have the midfield three. But
okay, well look, if Rakitic stays in and Souček comes out, because I'm not taking Lanzini out.
I'll tell you what, throw him a bone, because Rakitic is obviously still a good player, really good player. Maybe Souček hasn't been great. Put Rakitic in for Souček, maybe.
Souček out. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. There's your Rakitic back in for you, boys.
There you go. It's done. He's in. Okay. I mean, that is a sexy midfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. What's this? Nick's well and truly got his West Ham goggles on. Mate, I have. I can't help it. Look, I'm not always positive. You know me. I'm not. But I don't know. I'm excited for this game. I am.
Well, to be fair, Hammerhead, we've got 6 Sevilla in there and 5 West Ham. And maybe you think that's biased, but I don't think so. Listen, I saw this on Twitter when the draw came out. All the hand-wringing saying, oh my God, we got Sevilla. People are talking about Sevilla like they're prime Barcelona. They're not. Relax. They're a good side. They are a good side.
They are.
And we'll have our hands full with them. There's no question about that. And they have a tremendous record in the Europa League, and they're doing very well domestically in La Liga. Yes, they're a very good side. But let's not pretend they're prime Barcelona, okay? Calm down. They're just a very good side. But so are we. We're 6th in the Premier League. We beat Liverpool at home earlier in the season. We've beaten City in the Cup. We've put Man United out the Cup. We've had some great wins. We gave Liverpool all they could handle last weekend at Anfield, and really should have got something out of that game. And Liverpool are in the top probably 3 or 4 teams on the continent.
Yeah.
So,
mate, you are right. You are right.
Let's not underestimate ourselves and what we're capable of.
And that's but the thing is that's not us saying that we haven't been shit since Christmas, because we have been. We've been underperforming. But I think that is the case. I think we have been underperforming. I don't think we've been playing to our potential. I think we started off really well. We got those injuries. We are a good team. But a lot of people keep on saying we're overperforming. We've got some fucking good players. Yeah. We've got some really good players in our team. And I think if we play to our potential, and he can find a new system, which he looks like he's on his way to. Look, how good would this be? Look, we were all pissed off with January. No one's saying that we didn't need signings. We all needed signings, but you know what? January's gone now. I can't keep going on about it. So while we're still in this competition, and we've still got, I mean, this is massive. While we're still in this competition, you've got to try and see. You've got to try and be positive with this. I mean, this is fucking. I've not felt like this for a while about West Ham. I've been like a little kid all week.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this.
And we're gonna. I'm telling you, we're gonna give Sevilla all they can handle. We really are.
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna give them a right game of it tomorrow. And like you say, this is huge for us as a club. We've been waiting a long time for this, and can you imagine how much our players are buzzing for this game?
No.
This is what they want. This is why they play football. To
Well,
play in games like this, and this is going to be I bet you they cannot wait for kickoff. Our players are going to be buzzing for kickoff for this game. They're going to be so up for this, and I think our lads are going to really fucking play out of their skins tomorrow. I really do. I think they're really up for this. They can't wait for
100%.
it. This is why they play football for nights like this. Big European nights. And I think our guys are ready for this. And I think we're going to play really well tomorrow. And Sevilla are going to be in a game tomorrow evening. Make no mistake about it. If people think Sevilla are just going to roll over us, then, I think you're going to be shocked tomorrow, because we're going to give these guys a game. And I'm positive about this game tomorrow. Now, I think it'll be a score draw. I think it'll be like 1-1, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Because neither team are really free scoring. We tend to be a little bit wasteful with our chances, but I think it's going to be about 1-1. But do not be shocked if we go and turn them over like 1-0 or 2-1.
No.
Absolutely possible.
But going back to this point with Hammerhead, where he says, because I mentioned this the other day, where he says, "I'd rather not win the game tomorrow." It sounds strange, but like I said, I'd rather it not be a draw. Or a goal, because what that is, I think that's mentality going back to the London Stadium. I think if we're a goal up, I think it would almost be dangerous to take a 1-0 lead back to our place, because I think David Moyes could potentially go out with a negative mindset to try, and he might think, like Sevilla, they're not free scoring. I reckon we can close the game out. Whereas if we're a goal down, I'm not saying I want us to lose, by the way. I won't be disappointed if we do, though. Is provided it's only 1-0 or something like that. Provided there's only one goal in it. If there's only one goal in it, it's game on when they come back to our place. It really is. But yeah, like I say,
and of course, remember as well that the away goals don't mean anything now. So whereas previously losing 1-0 away was a really bad result, because if they score at our place, we're banging trouble. We have to score 3. Those days are gone. So a 1-0 deficit is just a 1-0 deficit, and very recoverable. So we don't have to worry about the away goals rule. So it's an extra advantage to us, with that being gone, that we're playing this first leg away. So, it'll go, if it's level aggregate, it doesn't matter what the scores were in each leg or who scored how many away. It goes to extra time and pens. So,
I mean, the thing is, right, if you look at their squad again, like I said, I think, Torres and Jordan. Who are they? Eh?
Exactly.
And they got that good Elge, whatever his name is, at centre back. I think we can get at them tomorrow. I honestly think we can. And you know something? I know that they're a team that they don't concede a lot of goals. But if we get an early goal against them, they've got to come after us. They've got to. So I don't know. It could be if we start quick, because typically, apparently, they like to start quick. In their last 10 games, they've scored in the first 30 minutes. In their last 10, or certainly at home. So yeah, I think we can get them. Look, they are a good team.
I'll tell you what. When I saw that team, the first thought that came to my head is that we can really get at them down the flanks. We get after those fullbacks. We can have some joy there. Antonio likes to peel out wide. He'd be a nightmare for Navas when he's peeling out there on the ball. An absolute nightmare. Navas won't be able to deal with him, in my opinion. I think
I'll be interested to see how he deals with Koundé, because with Antonio, because he's got pace. Koundé is quick. So it'd be interesting to see how sort of Antonio up against him, because he's a different type of centre back, I think, to what Antonio would come up against.
Yeah, he'll probably try to avoid him and peel on to, what's the name of it? Sorry, the other fella's name escapes me. I'm not familiar with him.
Hang on 1 minute.
But he's a backup centre back. Gudej or whatever his name is.
Gudej.
Yeah. I think Antonio would be wise to kind of peel onto him. But I think out wide, those balls, that we play out to Antonio, out to the right, out to the left, our left, sorry, and get Antonio on Navas. Neves.
Yeah.
I think he could skin Neves. We know with his pace and power, I don't think Neves would handle him. Acuna as well, decent player, but not brilliant. So we could have some joy down there. And if we, I think we get after Neves with Cresswell. You got Cresswell, Fornells,
100%.
Antonio all coming over that side at various times. I think we can get at Neves. He's past his sell-by date, Neves. He's a decent player still, but that's it. So I think we can get some joy down that our left-hand side tomorrow.
Absolutely agree, mate. Absolutely agree. Right. Well, I think that kind of wraps it up. So what we'll do, we'll go on to our score predictions. So what would your prediction be for tomorrow, Tommy?
Again, I think it'll be tight.
Yep.
Like I say, we can be a bit wasteful, and they don't score many goals and don't concede many. Realistically, I think it'll be 1-1.
1-1. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people get there. So you got John's going 1-1, Danny's going 0-0. Yeah, that would feel like a win to me. A draw would be
any draw would be a great result for us.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. 0-0 or 1-0 either way. I'm going to be I'm going to go 2-0 West Ham. I'm going to go 2-0 West Ham. I think we're going to go out there and we're going to turn on the style tomorrow. I think we are. I genuinely do. So what we've got here, look at Freshfielder. Sevilla 1, West Ham 4. What you been smoking, mate? What you been smoking?
Dangerous. We'll lose at home 3-0. I can't fucking tell you. We won't be switched on at all for the second leg.
No. Lose 2-1. Again, I'll take that as well.
Yeah,
that
would be okay. That would be a decent result.
And that's the thing, what John says there, we've just got to keep that second leg alive, and we really bloody have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I expect us to.
That'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. What's this? We didn't mention Yama can play on the right. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Not from the start, no.
No, not from the start. I think he's taking the piss anyway. But he's. But yeah, to be fair, you don't know. You don't know. Is it? Did he travel? Did Yarmolenko travel? I know he's been training. He has been training.
I would imagine he did. He wasn't injured or suspended or anything. He just was given a little time off, so he should be fit.
What have I been smoking? Not a lot.
Why does he say that? Because you think we're going to go and win by 1 goal?
I said 2-0.
Oh, 2-0. 2-0. It's entirely possible. Listen, we're not mugs. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. People don't think we're capable of going there and getting a really good result, and I don't know why they think that. Because in the Premier League, we're capable of going away to very good teams and getting a very good result, and we've done it.
Yeah,
so I know. People get it in their head that Sevilla are just this unbelievable football team. They're not. They're very good, but they're not.
Hammerhead's just talked himself into Yarmolenko. He said he was taking the piss, but now he's thinking about.
Look, do you know what you do? Do you know what you do? Do you know if you can do it there? I don't know if you can. Bring up Sevilla's Champions League group. If people think they're this amazing team, they finished 3rd. Look who's in that group with them.
Hang on a minute. I'll have a look. Keep talking.
Yeah, because I'm getting a little bit. People are terrified of fucking Sevilla. Look, I know they have a really great record in this competition, but I know they've got a really great record in the competition. I know they're a really good side, but come on, they're not the Harlem Globetrotters here. They're not Prime Barcelona. We're capable of going there and turning them over. We're also a very good side. We're 6th in the Premier League. And we've had some great results domestically.
They had a piss easy group.
Yeah. Explain to people their group in the Champions League and they finished 3rd in. Because you're looking
is that Lille, LOSC at the top? I think that is Lille, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they won the group. Then you had Salzburg. RB Salzburg was 2nd on 10 points, and you had Sevilla with 3rd.
Yeah.
And out of 6 games, they only won 1.
What are you terrified of?
Yeah, that's it.
Why are you terrified? If you're a West Ham fan, why are you terrified?
They had a bit of a gift of a group there as well, if there is such a thing.
You think we can't go there and get a result? Of course we can.
No, I think we're going to go there and get a result. I do, and it won't even be the end of the world, providing it's. And that's the thing. It's so exciting because it's a two-legged game. You know, providing you can keep it in sight. There's not as much pressure on it.
Real history is asking who's terrified. I've seen West Ham fans since the draw was made.
Yeah.
As soon as the draw came out, they were all over Twitter. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're done. We're finished. We're going out.
I don't.
You know,
I'm seeing. I must admit now, Tommy, I'm seeing more and more positivity though. I mean, if I'm feeling,
and when you said,
must be.
yeah, and when you said you thought we'd go there and win 2-0, someone in the chat asked you what you were smoking.
Yeah.
So there are West Ham fans that are apparently terrified of Sevilla.
I think in that sense as well, it's just sensible, isn't it? Because when you look at statistically, they don't concede many goals and stuff like that. But this is, like I say, they've got to draw blood first. They're at home. They've got to get a win. They've got to get a win tomorrow. You know, so it's the pressure's more on them than us, really.
And you see what their manager said?
No.
The manager in his presser said that he felt that this was one of the toughest draws they could have gotten. The toughest draw, he said, because they couldn't draw Barcelona. He said this was the toughest draw we could have gotten. He said this is going to be a really, really tough game. He said like West Ham are really good. He said, you know, we've been looking at them in the Premier League, some of the results they've gotten, some of the performances. You know, they finished sixth last season. They're sixth this season in the Premier League. And he said, one of the best leagues in the world is the best.
Yeah.
So he said this is a very difficult tie. So they know that we're very, very difficult opponents.
Yep, that's it. And there's another one, Glenn Marshall, as he said there. Both home teams lost tonight as well. So let's hope that trend continues.
Yeah, Betis lost in Seville tonight.
Yeah,
home,
that's
so,
it. That's it. I think Frankfurt would be a good one, wouldn't it? That would be a good one. There's Stell's out in Sevilla. I think he left. He left at 4:30 in the morning. He had to go to Barcelona. Yeah. Been right round the asses, but
how are you, Stel? He's still up. He's still at it. Fair play, Stel.
He'll sleep in and miss the game tomorrow.
Yeah, it's it's going on for midnight over there. So
I know. Right. Anyway, okay. Well, thank you, everyone. This was only supposed to be a short show. So, like I say, our predictions are: Tommy went for a draw. I've gone for a 2-0 win. I think most people are confident. Most people are confident with this. So yeah. We will be back on Friday for the Claret and Booze Up. I don't know what's happening yet in terms of who's going to be on because, like I say, John is still in hospital. He did try to join me earlier on, but didn't quite work out. He dropped out. So there may be no John. I haven't got Gary either because Gary's away. Gary's going to the rugby. He's going to watch Wales, even though he's not Welsh. So yeah, I've just got to. I don't know what you're doing on Friday, Tommy. I'll talk to you after.
I'm not sure either at the moment, but yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, that's fine. But so yeah, at the moment, I think there's only two, and if John comes out, so there might be a show Friday, there might not be. But anyway, if you bit of an ad hoc show tonight, it wasn't really planned. I just thought I'd jump on as it is a special occasion, and just spread my positivity because you don't get to see that very often, and I am feeling positive this week.
Yeah, why not?
Right, exactly. Okay. Anyway, come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.